Good morning, everyone. Welcome to BlueSync on this Thursday, July 10th. Believe it or not, we are almost a week past the 4th of July already. Summer is needing to slow down, if you ask me. But I am here today to talk about MarketQuest, and we do have a error message on it. If you've been in desk, you'll see the red message on it. But that's okay. So I'm going to kind of explain what that whole thing means and then jump in and show you some of the functionality. It's not a new product, but it's one we haven't really talked about in a little bit. And it's got some great content in there, not only for sphere-based marketing for the agents, but also for social marketing as well. So we'll go ahead and jump right in. So from mycbdesk.com, you'll see MarketQuest. Now, like I said, it's bright red right now. There is a warning on it. So when you click on MarketQuest to go into it, it's going to come up with this little warning box, but you'll see you can easily bypass it here. So we used to be on a different IDX feed from our main MLSs to MarketQuest. And the brand is kind of changing how that whole setup works. So we're basically just re-signing IDX agreements with our MLSs, and it'll feed direct into MarketQuest through a Lone Wolf API, where before it was set up differently. So that's the only reason why that warning is on there. There's no action that you guys need to do. There's no action that the agents need to do. It's all being handled. The brand had reached out weeks ago. They got with our local brokers who are our designated realtors for our MLSs, and we've gotten all the new paperwork signed. All of those feeds will be transferred over when the brand is ready to make that change. So it's fully functional today. You're not missing out on any data. It's just giving us that notice to let us know it is changing. But rest assured, it's all been handled for all of our offices in the Schmidt family of companies. So to bypass that, you just go to open to marketing, continue to MarketQuest. I already have it open, so I'm going to click dismiss. Keep in mind your MarketQuest might not be right here. You can organize your dashboard and desk however you want. You can do a custom sort, you can drop and drag, you can have it so the last square that you had open will filter first. You can set it up a lot of different ways. So do know if you're not seeing it right there, just scroll down. And if you're not seeing it at all on your dashboard, you can click add app and it's probably going to be in there. If you've exhausted all possibilities and it's not showing up once in a great while, things go a little crazy and we'll have to do a help desk ticket to get that on there, but you should be seeing MarketQuest. But again, it might not be right front and center like mine is. So once you launch into that, you click that continue to MarketQuest, and don't worry, after the end of the month, that red warning will go away. We'll go back to normal, how we're normally seeing it. But once you do open MarketQuest, you'll see it's secondary tab. So desk is still open, MarketQuest opened here. Now, if you or your agents are members of more than one MLS, we can't combine MLS data into one report, but you can choose which MLS you want to get content from at any given time. Obviously, if you're only a member of one, your default MLS will show here. If you need to toggle between one or two, your primary or secondary MLSs, you just click change MLS right from here. Now, there are a lot of different tools inside MarketQuest, and you'll see number one, claims, market position, market trends, and market snapshot. And then we do have the option to do customized market reports, which is just a little bit more advanced if your agents are looking for something more specific. So we're going to focus on just these four main buckets. The first one is pretty self-explanatory, number one, claims. So what MarketQuest does is based on some of your search parameters here, and you can filter down by county, zip code, city, whatever it might be. You can also toggle your filter by if you want total sides, just list sides, sales side. Also, you could do it by units or volume, and then your time period can change last year, last quarter, year to date. Now, keep in mind, anytime it says year to date, or if you're pulling data from this month, the MLS only releases data once a month. So it's July 10th. We have data through June 30th. You won't see July data until August. So it always does cap the previous month. So it says year to date. It's not actually like today. It would be June 30th, the prior month. But number one claims is just that. It takes all of the information that you have filtered by. And if you are number one in that category as the brokerage, it's going to show you that. So in zip code 48629, we are number one based on this volume, based on our brand for last year. So you'll see you have a lot of different ways you can slice and dice this information. I always joke that every single real estate company can claim to be number one in something. You always got to read the fine print, but it is kind of cool to jump in here and see where our brokerage and our brand is really excelling in our markets. So again, number one claims is our first tool inside MarketQuest. Now over to the left here, much like the landing page, you'll see all of those same tools. We talked about that there are four main ones and then your custom. So those can all be toggled to from here. You don't have to go back to the dashboard to get to the next tool. So that is number one claims. The next one is a little bit like that, but it's market position. So again, based on your MLS, based on what you're pulling, city, state, zip, based on what kind of property type you want, transaction size that you want. Are you doing it by units or volume? When is your date range that you're pulling it for? And you can also do it by price range, which can be really nice, particularly if your agents are going for a global luxury listing. You can show that we are, number one in that market based on that sales point. So again, you have a lot of different options. You can do it by brand. So if you are in a market, probably more like Florida, where we do have some Coldwell Banker Realty offices, it's going to pull all the data for all the Coldwell Bankers. Brokerages would be just our offices, our Schmidt family of companies offices, whether it's Paradise, Premier, Sunstar, so on and so forth. Office is just the office your agent sits in. So particular, I'm in the Traverse City office. If I picked office, it would be just this office ranked among the other offices in whatever that search parameter that I picked. So that's kind of the differences here. I always recommend doing brokerage, right? We're all one company. So pull in all of your surrounding offices in that MLS and it'll rank you based on all of your offices in that particular area that you're pulling data from. And then let me get rid of my Zoom box here. And then you'll see it over here. It does rank based on these. And again, I didn't change any settings. We just kind of want to show you the functionality here. And it will show you your competitors and how they rank along with you and how you rank. Breaks it down by the data points. And then it gives you that information. Let me close my survey here. And it'll give you the information based on your search parameters here. So that's market position. So number one claims is only if you're number one in that particular category. Market position shows where you align in that market based on your search parameters. Now, the next category is market trends. So this is a really cool report. I highly recommend your agents going in here and playing around with it. We all know the first question our agents get when people find out they're in real estate: how's the market? They don't have to jump into the MLS and run reports and try to do stats and try to make them into Excel spreadsheets. MarketQuest does that for them. So you'll see, again, you can do it by location. So this time I'm going to put it in a zip code, 49685. You'll see that it gives you that option. This is feeding from our MLSs. So if it's been put into the MLS as an option, it's going to feed over to MarketQuest. So then you just checkbox the one that you want. And then you have other options as well. Maybe you only want to talk about single family. Maybe the market that you're trying to talk about for a potential buyer or potential seller, this data is going to be good for both. You can choose which property type that you want to do here. And then again, much like the other ones, you can put a price range in. So if you're talking to a global luxury seller, you can pull global luxury stats based on the threshold for that zip code. Now, remember, I did say that you can't run like to the day data. So it does have to be the month prior. So you can mess with your filters here, but it should default to the prior month. You also have the opportunity to, I'm sorry, I'm in market trends. So it is only month over month. I apologize. When we talk about smart market snapshot, we have other options. So once you have the filters put in, you click update. This is going to give you those market trends. You can download the data here. You can also share the report right from MarketQuest. So if you want to email it off to a potential consumer after you've had a conversation with them, you can do that right from here, or you can click download. So you'll see it gives you all of these data points: average list price, median list price, average sales price, so on and so forth. You have further options here. You'll see that you can do it the default, which is your red and green arrows. You have the option to pick your actual percentages. What percentage is it up? What percentage is it down? If it was a green arrow, then it's a green number because that means it's up. Obviously, if it was a red arrow down, it's going to be a red number. Or you can do the actual number. What was the actual number based on the monthly trends? So you have all of these options and how you want to view that data. Again, it's personal preference. It's going to be based on what that conversation is that you want to have with the consumer. And then when you continue to scroll down, you'll see that it does a really nice AI written paragraph explanation of the data. So not only do you have the visual, you also have those talking points. You can use this in social media marketing. You can put this in listing presentations. You can put this in buyer presentations. You can use this data for a lot of different things. You can use it in newsletters if you're creating either print or a Moxie Engage newsletter. Lots of different places you can put this content. But you see, as you continue to scroll, there's just a lot of information, a lot of data. This really will tell a compelling story to either your seller or your buyer about what actively is going on in the market. Average days on market, average sales price per square foot, just so much good content available here. And again, it's just a few clicks of the button based on the information I wanted. And I have all of this comprehensive data available to me to share with the consumer. So again, that is the market trends tool inside MarketQuest. So we covered number one claims, we covered market position, market trends, and now the last one was our social aspect of MarketQuest, and that's called Market Snapshot. So again, you'll see how quickly we can do this. So I'm going to pick that same zip code. That's my home zip code. That's why I know it so well. Choose that from the list. Again, do you just want to talk single family? Maybe you're just talking condos. Maybe you have a condo client, so you just want condos. You can choose that option here. Again, you can't pull July data because it's not been capped yet, so we do have to change that to June. You can also do a longer time frame. Do you want to talk the first 2 quarters since we're through June? Do you want to talk just the previous quarter? Do you want all of last year, or do you want, year to date through the end of June? You can play with those date ranges based on the information that you want. You also can do price range just like the other categories. So again, if it's global luxury, or maybe it's first time home buyers. So maybe you're going to the other end of the spectrum, whatever it is that you want to see. And then when you click update, you'll see that the system quickly creates a very nicely branded to you as the agent graphic that you can then use on all of your socials. You can use this image in a newsletter. You can send it in an email. You have a lot of different options. And it talks about these price points. Average sales price is up 17%. The median list price is up 4%. The sales price to list ratio is 98.7%. 27 properties sold last month, which was 31% up month over month. So you'll see just all of these data points. If you don't like that data point, if you're like, that either doesn't feel accurate to you or doesn't tell the story you want to tell, up here you can click edit data points, and you have all of these other options to choose from. Now they're grayed out right now because you can only pick 5 at a time. So if you uncheck one, you'll see that you have the ability to recheck other ones. So maybe you don't like the medians, but you want to pull an average sales price per square foot, you can check that. Once you have 5, of course, they gray back out. The nice thing here is it tells you what that data point is. You don't have to guess. You don't have to pull it in, see what it looks like, and then go back if you don't like it. You'll see what that data point is. Once you're happy with your options, click save. That's going to update this information here. You'll see now that our average sales price per square foot is in here now. And again, it's going to be branded to you as the agent. If you want to share this right from here, you click share snapshot, and you'll see you have 2 options. You can download it or email it. And download gives you even further options. What are you using it for? Obviously, if you're using it on Insta, you're going to want square. Facebook, you could probably go with tall. If you're using it in a newsletter, depending on how it looks, you might want wide. So it reformats it for you automatically. You also have the opportunity to download it as a postcard. So if you're wanting to print postcards to send out to your neighborhood, your farm, your sphere, the system will do that for you right here. So a lot of great options that you have from MarketQuest. You can see this makes you the expert in the market that you are. It just does all the work for you so that you're not sitting crunching numbers when you should be out talking to consumers. So that is MarketQuest. I do think I have a question, so let me pop that open here. What did the letters on the bottom axis mean? Sorry, Brenda, I didn't see that question till now. I'm assuming that we were in market trends. Let me get some data back up here, and we'll take a look. So these are going to be our months. So January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. So that is the month. So that's what those letters are there. So year and then the month. So this starts 2024, this starts 2023, This is kind of mid 2022, just based on how the data is displaying. So great question there. And you'll see it should be the same for all of these price points. It's just the month and then that's the date, the year, and then the month that that data is from. So that's the information there. Great question. I'll go ahead and wait just a moment to see if we have further questions. Again, it's a great tool. It's there. It's available. You don't have to sign up for it. You don't have to apply to be a member of the MLS to get the information. It's already in there in your desk based on your association of your membership in your MLS. So I highly recommend going in there. Can't break it. Run some reports, maybe show your agent so that they know the information. You guys as ASCs and RSCs can pull this data as well. And you can be sure to share this. If you're running any type of Facebook for your region, you can also jump in and pull these market snapshots to use in that advertising as well. So I appreciate your time today. I don't see any further questions. So I'm going to say thank you. Have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you next week. Bye now.